While I would like to claim that we wine people have some kind of magic price meter in our heads that helps us calculate how much a wine should cost based on where it's from and how good it is, even people who are masters of wine, or the rare breed of wine expert that I'm studying to become, find price estimation pretty challenging. This is because much of wine pricing has to do with supply and demand, or how much people are willing to pay for a particular brand, and not enough to do with raw quality. So how to make sure you're not getting ripped off the next time you're out in a restaurant enjoying a nice bottle of wine or perusing the wine shelves at your local shop? It's simple, if a little sneaky. You may have noticed that around town there are a number of wines that seem to pop up on all of the wine lists. The key is to find these wines and look them up on a website called Wine Searcher and find out what their retail pricing should be. The standard markup on a bottle of wine in a shop is about 30% in most parts of the world, while the markup in a restaurant can be anything from 200 to 1,000% in some crazy instances. While I think it's totally fair that a restaurant charges more for wine than you would pay if you were going to drink it at home, after all, there's the service, the glassware, the ambience, I don't think anybody should have to pay 10 times as much. Nobody's glassware is that good. One of the easiest things to look at is champagne, since most people seem to carry the same couple of brands. Say you find out that brand X costs about 500 Hong Kong dollars at retail. If the restaurant you're at serves it for about $1,200, then they're probably not ripping you off too badly. However, if it's more like $2,500, I would beware. They're probably marking everything up similarly, though most things are not marked up as severely as champagne. You may even consider bringing your own bottle and just paying the corkage fee. Even if it's 500 Hong Kong dollars, you'll still come out ahead. However, if it's on the wine list at $800, then feel free to order a second bottle of brand X. It's clearly a great deal. A similar calculation can be made in a shop, and if you're not worried about looking rude, you can even make it right there while you're searching. However, just remember that prices in Asia are never going to be as inexpensive as in Europe or the place where the wine is from. Wine is fragile, heavy, and temperature sensitive, and it costs money to ship, especially if you don't live by a port city and it has to travel by road to get to you. Also, if you're buying in a shop, retail rents are notoriously high, and something has to go to the people working in the shop. If you find a shop where the staff are great, and the storage is good, so everything is temperature controlled rather than being out in the open, you should probably be willing to pay a little bit more for that benefit. Otherwise, I suggest shopping online. You're not paying anybody's retail rent. The wine is probably stored in cool cellars rather than out on a hot shop floor, and you don't have to worry about carrying that heavy case of wine home from the shop.